2025 owned this lip kit by Kylie Jenner. And in 2019, Kylie was the cover of Forbes as the youngest self-made billionaire ever. But now Kylie Cosmetics seems to have fallen off the face of the earth, and tons of people are complaining about bad quality products.
I've not been tagged more than I have ever to do a review on something than I have for today's video. These are the infamous Kylie Cosmetics $360 brushes. Holy shit, that price point, you guys, when I first saw the price point on Twitter, because people were like tweeting it like, holy fuck, what the fuck was you thinking? Like, what the fuck, what's going on?
Hey everyone, buckle up, because Kylie Jenner is stirring the pot again, and things are getting seriously intriguing. The internet is in full meltdown mode over Kylie Cosmetics, and let's just say, the vibes aren't all glowing right now. Kylie just dropped the long-awaited relaunch of her iconic lip kits. Yep, the same ones that once broke the internet, sold out in minutes, and turned her into one of the youngest beauty moguls in the world.
About Kylie, people were obsessed with it, and now if I go to like an Ulta or something, I see it all just sitting there kind of untouched.
Single tier for the lip kit.
But here's where it gets juicy. Fans and critics are whispering that something feels off. People are questioning what's really happening behind the scenes and whether Kylie's empire is still as flawless as it looks on Instagram. Once upon a time, Kylie Cosmetics was the gold standard. Every celebrity brand that came after was just chasing her formula. But now, the beauty world's completely flipped. Everyone's trying to figure out where Kylie really stands in the beauty game right now. Has the sparkle of her empire started to fade? She just dropped a glossy remix of her OG lip kits, and wow, the reactions online are all over the place. Those lip kits used to be an obsession, like people couldn't get enough. But lately, it's not hitting the same. The internet's out here asking, why doesn't it slap like it used to? And honestly, that question's shaking things up. So what's really making fans move on? Let's dig into this because there's a lot to unpack. From her explosive rise to the scandals that followed, to that messy Forbes billionaire drama that had everyone talking. And people want to know what Kylie Cosmetics is even worth these days. Plus, when you line her brand up against the big dogs, Rare Beauty, Fenty, and Rhode, the pressure's real. Can Kylie make her comeback and reclaim the crown? Let's be honest, Kylie Cosmetics started with some lipstick and a whole lot of filler talk. Back in 2014 and 2015, the internet couldn't stop obsessing over Kylie's lips. Like, people were losing their minds trying to figure out what was really going on. Were they just overlined? Were they enhanced? Nobody could agree. But one thing's for sure. Everyone wanted that signature Kylie pout. And who could forget the wild Kylie Jenner lip challenge? That crazy moment had fans everywhere trying to copy her look, leaving some people with seriously bruised lips just to match her vibe. It was one of those internet moments that totally exploded. Then, by late 2015, Kylie saw her golden chance and didn't waste a second. She turned all that viral chaos into a business move that changed everything. In November, she dropped her very first Kylie lip kit, just 3 shades, and boom, total mayhem. The drop was pure chaos. The Kylie lip kit site crashed in minutes. People were scrambling, refreshing like crazy, and those $29 kits? They were flipping for hundreds online. It was wild, it was messy, and honestly, it was iconic. By 2016, Kylie Cosmetics officially launched, and the numbers were unreal. In just a year and a half, she pulled in over $420 million in sales, all from the internet. No fancy stores, no big retail deals, just Kylie hustling through Instagram selfies and influencer hype. She turned social media clout into serious cash. But that's when things started getting complicated. In 2018, Forbes dropped a bombshell, crowning Kylie as the youngest self-made billionaire. They claimed Kylie Cosmetics was valued at a massive $900 million, and that Kylie herself had officially crossed into billionaire status. The internet went wild, but not everyone was buying the story. That so-called billion-dollar milestone lit the internet on fire. Was Kylie really self-made? Or did her famous last name give her a head start? People were totally divided, and the debate got messy fast. But all that noise didn't slow her down one bit. In 2019, Kylie pulled a massive boss move. She sold 51% of Kylie Cosmetics to Coty for a mind-blowing $600 million, putting her company's value at around $1.2 billion. And get this, after taxes, she reportedly walked away with a jaw-dropping $340 million in cash. That should have been her ultimate win, the peak of her empire. But the celebration didn't last long, because in 2020, Forbes came back swinging hard. They straight up accused Kylie of inflating her numbers, claiming she wasn't being real about her company's actual income, and even hinted that some tax documents might have been forged. The internet went into full meltdown mode after that. That billion-dollar title lit up the internet. People couldn't stop arguing about whether Kylie was truly self-made or just another Hollywood insider with a head start. The debate split social media right down the middle, but the drama only made her name bigger. Then in 2019, Kylie made a power move that had everyone talking. She sold 51% of Kylie Cosmetics to Coty for a massive $600 million, putting her company's value at around $1.2 billion. Reports say she cashed out with a stunning $340 million after taxes. Unreal money. That should have been her ultimate flex, the peak of her empire. But things flipped fast. In 2020, Forbes came swinging back hard, accusing Kylie of inflating her company's numbers and claiming she wasn't being honest about her real profits. They even suggested there were forged tax documents involved. And boom, the internet exploded with hot takes. But Kylie wasn't letting that slide. She clapped back on Twitter saying, "What am I even waking up to? I thought this was a reputable site."
Dive into the infamous Kylie Cosmetics brush set. Bitch, the whole internet is fucking shook to the ground, and I have never seen this much controversy go down in the makeup world in a long time.
She called out the piece for being packed with inaccurate statements and unproven assumptions, and made it crystal clear, "I've never asked for any title or tried to lie my way there, ever, period." The tension was thick, and while that mess was blowing up online, the celebrity beauty scene was transforming fast. Rihanna dropped Fenty Beauty and shook the entire makeup industry. Inclusivity, innovation, everything. Then Selena Gomez pulled up with Rare Beauty in 2020, and suddenly, Kylie wasn't the only queen on the beauty throne anymore. With Fenty and Rare Beauty stealing headlines, Kylie suddenly had real competition breathing down her neck. Fans started comparing formulas, prices, and vibes. And not everyone thought Kylie Cosmetics could keep up anymore. People began saying her brand felt stuck in 2016, while others complained about basic packaging and products that didn't evolve with the times. The beauty world had leveled up, and Kylie's empire was starting to show cracks. Then came the whispers. Was the brand losing its spark? Or was Kylie just too focused on her personal image instead of the business? Her social posts felt more about luxury life than lip kits, and that got people talking even louder. Meanwhile, new brands were showing real creativity, and Kylie's once iconic style wasn't hitting like it used to. Still, no one can deny she changed the game forever. Her launch blueprint became the playbook for every celebrity brand after her. But now, the question's louder than ever. Can Kylie reinvent herself again? Or is the era of Kylie Cosmetics fading into the background while the new beauty queens take the crown? Rare Beauty kept winning hearts with its message and products, and even Addison Rae jumped in with Item Beauty, adding more heat to the already crowded scene. The competition was getting fierce, and Kylie could definitely feel the pressure. Her brand, once the main event of the beauty world, was starting to lose its grip on the spotlight. So in 2021, she decided to flip the script with a bold, risky move, a total rebrand. She wiped everything clean, pulled the old stock, shut down the entire site, and came back swinging with brand new formulas that were clean, vegan, and cruelty-free. It was her big moment to remind everyone that Kylie Cosmetics was still a serious player and not just a faded name from the past. But by then, the rules of the beauty game had changed. Clean beauty was the new gold standard. People were reading ingredient lists, watching for ethics, and caring way more about what was in their makeup than they ever did back in 2016. Kylie tried to ride that wave, but not everyone was convinced. Sure, the rebrand had slicker packaging and a modern, minimal vibe, but fans couldn't help saying it lost that flashy, Instagram-famous energy that made Kylie Cosmetics blow up in the first place. Fans quickly started noticing that something about Kylie Cosmetics just felt different. Some of the OG supporters weren't feeling the new formulas at all. They said the products didn't hit the same, and even worse, that Kylie herself seemed kinda disconnected from her own brand. The passion, the edge, that signature Kylie spark, it just wasn't there anymore. The rebrand gave off those clean girl, polished, corporate vibes, sleek but maybe too safe. And while that aesthetic totally works for some brands, for Kylie, it felt like she'd lost that wild, confident energy that once set her apart. Remember the dripping gloss packaging that everyone was obsessed with? That old-school Kylie branding had swagger. It felt fun, bold, and like owning a tiny piece of her glamorous world. But after the rebrand, the magic felt watered down. The new look didn't scream Kylie anymore. It whispered. It came off like she was trying to blend in instead of stand out, chasing trends instead of creating them. Fans could feel it, and that shift hit harder than anyone expected. After the rebrand, Kylie tried to keep the buzz alive, but the glow just wasn't the same. The sales didn't hit those record-breaking numbers like before, and the hype online started to cool down fast. People began wondering if Kylie was losing her grip on the beauty throne she built from scratch. Sure, her name still pulled attention, but in a world packed with new faces and fresh formulas, her brand wasn't leading the conversation anymore. Even her marketing felt different. Fewer viral drops, less chaos, more control. The Kylie who used to break the internet with a single post now seemed to play it safe, and that quietness made fans restless. Some said it felt like the brand had no soul now, while others believed she was just growing up and trying to mature her empire. Still, Kylie's not someone who fades easily. She's been underestimated before, and every time she's found a way to bounce back bigger. The question now is, can she tap back into that same fearless energy that built a billion-dollar empire? Or has the beauty world already moved on without her? Because if Kylie's planning another comeback, it better be one that shakes the whole industry again. Lately, fans have been keeping a close eye on Kylie, waiting to see her next move, and she's definitely hinting that something new is coming. Between sneak peeks on socials and quiet collabs, it feels like she's gearing up for another big shakeup. But let's be real, the beauty scene now is nothing like it was when she first dropped those lip kits. People want authenticity, creativity, and brands that actually mean something. Kylie's got the name, the legacy, and the platform, but what she really needs now is a spark, something fresh that reminds everyone why she changed the game in the first place. Some fans are rooting for a full-circle moment where she goes back to her bold roots with that unapologetic, confident vibe that made her a trendsetter. Others think she needs to completely reinvent herself, like a full transformation that screams, evolution, not nostalgia. Either way, everyone's watching, because when Kylie moves, the internet reacts. And if she plays it right, she could flip the narrative once again and prove she's still the ultimate beauty mogul. But if she misses, it might just seal the idea that the Kylie era was golden, but gone. And when you stop standing out, people notice. Even now, fans say Kylie Cosmetics hasn't really hit its prime again. It's more like just another Kardashian Jenner label at this point, and it doesn't even feel like her anymore. The vibe, the personality, the spark, it's all shifted. Sure, Kylie's been busy branching out with other ventures, Kylie Skin, Kylie Baby, Kylie Swim, and now her latest move, her fashion brand Kai, but fans can't help wondering if her heart's still in the beauty game. Because let's be real, beauty was always her foundation. It was the empire that started it all, the one that made her a household name. And yeah, the brand's still pulling in money, but that buzz that once made Kylie's products feel like gold, it's just not the same anymore. Honestly, it seems like Kylie's chasing that next big win, hoping one of her new projects blows up the way her lip kits once did. These days, she looks way more invested in her fashion and skincare moves than the makeup empire that built her name. The passion's shifted, and fans can totally feel it. At the end of the day, Kylie knows makeup is still her biggest moneymaker, her golden ticket. So even if the passion doesn't burn like it used to, she keeps it rolling because that brand still brings in serious cash. But here's the real question everyone's asking. What could Kylie actually do to bring the fire back? Because honestly, if anyone can pull off a comeback in beauty, it's her. She's got endless resources, wild influence, and a fan base that still tracks her every single move. But that recent lip kit reboot? Yeah, it didn't exactly shake the industry like she probably hoped. The nostalgia was cute, but let's be real. People don't instantly think of lip kits when they hear Kylie's name anymore. That era feels like a throwback to another time, and the market's moved on. If she really wants to flip the script, maybe it's time for Kylie to connect all her ventures in a smarter, more powerful way. Imagine her beauty, skincare, and fashion lines all blending into one modern empire that actually reflects who she is now. That's the kind of move that could reignite the Kylie spark all over again. It's no secret. Kylie's way more into fashion these days, especially with her brand Kai, so why not fuse that passion with her beauty roots? Imagine this. She drops a capsule collab that's straight up iconic, a sleek latex bodysuit paired with a matching high-shine lip gloss. That's not just a product drop, that's a moment. Something bold, confident, and totally Kylie. It would scream her signature style while still feeling new, edgy, and fresh. Exactly the kind of move that could pull attention right back to her beauty empire. Selling them together as a full vibe, the look, the gloss, the attitude, could actually hit hard. But here's another idea that fans keep bringing up. People miss that personal touch Kylie used to give. Remember when she dropped collabs with her besties and gave them their own mini collections? That was a whole era. She could easily flip that energy into something next level. Maybe a full-on sisters line, where each Jenner and Kardashian gets their own signature products. That kind of personal, nostalgic twist could light up the internet all over again. Now picture this. Kylie, Kim, Khloe, Kendall, and Kourtney, all in one epic collection. But instead of that over-the-top, ultra-filtered glam we've seen a million times, imagine something totally different. Raw, cozy, and real. The sisters chilling in comfy fits, rocking natural makeup, just hanging out in a house setting. No massive lights, no fancy edits, just a relaxed vibe that feels personal and relatable. Because honestly, that kind of genuine, behind-the-scenes energy is what people connect with the most right now. And it doesn't have to stop there. Instead of doing individual bestie collabs like she used to, what if Kylie pulled together a full-on Friends collection? One big drop featuring her whole squad. Think easy shades, soft looks, and fun energy. All promoted through casual, low-key TikToks of them actually using the products together. No stress, no overdone glam, just natural lighting, phone cameras, laughter, and real-life moments. That kind of authenticity could go viral instantly and remind everyone why Kylie's still one of the most talked-about names in the game. If Kylie really leaned into that raw, authentic vibe, it could be the comeback moment everyone's been waiting for. The beauty world's tired of picture-perfect campaigns. People want real energy now. Imagine Kylie dropping behind-the-scenes clips of her and her crew laughing, doing makeup in their kitchens, and showing off the unfiltered side of glam. That kind of content hits different. It feels human, not corporate. And it's exactly the kind of shift that could make her brand feel alive again. Kylie's built her empire on staying ahead of trends, and she still has that influence. She just needs to tap into it in a fresh, modern way. Fans are craving connection, not perfection. If she gave them a peek at the real her, the creative mind behind the brand, the mom balancing work and life, the woman evolving past the old glam era, people would eat it up. She doesn't need to chase nostalgia, she needs to reinvent it. The same confidence and fire that made Kylie Cosmetics explode could totally power this next chapter, but only if she brings her true self back into the mix. One real moment could be all it takes for the internet to fall in love with Kylie's brand all over again. That's exactly what people are into right now. Realness with a soft, effortless twist. Kylie's clearly living in her soft era these days. Chill makeup, relaxed fits, minimal glam, and those cozy, toned-down looks, especially when she's spotted out with her boyfriend, Timothée Chalamet. Fans have been loving this new, dreamy side of her, so why not build on that energy? She could totally drop a girlfriend collection, a line inspired by those tender, date-night vibes. Think soft glam, romantic tones, comfy pieces, and that glowy, in-love aesthetic everyone's obsessed with. It could be a whole mood, soft, elegant, but still with that signature Kylie confidence. And get this, the campaign could have a subtle twist that would shut the internet down. Picture Kylie in the shoot, but instead of showing Timothy's face, you only see hints, like the back of his head, his hand resting on her waist, or their shadows together. Just enough to make people lose their minds trying to decode it. That kind of mysterious, low-key reveal would send social media into a full frenzy, classy, romantic, and viral all at once. They've got that perfect balance, private, but not too private, just enough to keep everyone guessing. Fans would instantly connect the dots and go absolutely wild. Even a small detail, like Timothy's arm in the shot or his shadow next to her, would be enough to set the internet on fire. If Kylie went all in on that girlfriend or date night collection filled with soft glam looks, cozy energy, and a sprinkle of her real-life romance, people would lose it in the best way possible. That kind of drop wouldn't just make headlines, it would revive the hype. Fans would start talking about Kylie Cosmetics again, like back in the glory days when every launch felt like an event. Because let's be real, lately some of her releases haven't exactly made noise. The buzz just hasn't been there, and people are starting to question, does Kylie even care about the brand anymore? Back in the day, she made beauty feel exciting. Every post, every launch was a moment. If she brings that
company Kylie Cosmetics, and how through a series of many strategic marketing failures, it has now gotten to the point that this brand will be going bankrupt in the next 2 to 3 years.
spark back with a fresh, romantic twist, she could easily remind the world why she was the one who started this whole celeb beauty wave in the first place. Remember the Grinch collab, the Momager collection, all that playful, creative packaging? That stuff worked. It had personality, charm, and a sense of fun that fans couldn't resist. Kylie could totally bring that same magic back, but with a modern twist that matches where she's at in life right now. She could pull inspo from her favorite TV shows, iconic movies, or even pop culture moments she loves. Imagine her teaming up with studios or fashion houses for limited edition, themed drops that actually feel exciting again. Something bold, nostalgic, and totally fresh. She's done this kind of thing before, and honestly, it hit every time. Maybe that's exactly what the brand needs. A return to that fearless, creative energy that made Kylie Cosmetics so legendary in the first place. Right now, all anyone can do is wait and see if Kylie can bring back that viral magic. When her brand first launched, it wasn't just makeup. It was a cultural moment. It ruled timelines, broke records, and defined an era. But the beauty world moves fast, and if Kylie wants that crown back, she's gonna have to move even faster. The beauty game's evolved. The standards now are way higher, and what worked back in 2016 doesn't always hit the same today. But that doesn't mean Kylie's out of the picture just yet. She's still got power, reach, and the kind of name that can dominate headlines anytime she wants. The problem? These new glosses just aren't bringing the energy she probably hoped for. They tried to serve up nostalgia, those classic lip kit vibes. But let's be honest, is anyone really checking for lip kits like that anymore? The market's changed, and fans are craving something new. So here's the real question. What does Kylie need to do to spark that fire again and rebuild her beauty empire? Is there still a shot for a massive comeback? Or has that era already passed her by? Could she reinvent herself one more time and shock everyone? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear it all. And if you're hooked on the drama like we are, make sure to hit subscribe to No Filter, where we spill the latest celebrity tea and beauty buzz every single day. Whether you think Kylie's era is fading or just waiting for its next big spark, one thing's clear: her name still moves culture. Every time she posts, the internet stops to watch, even if it's just a mirror selfie or a sneak peek of a new product. That kind of influence doesn't disappear overnight. It just needs the right moment to reignite. If Kylie plays it smart, she could flip the whole narrative. Imagine her dropping something unexpected. Maybe a makeup documentary showing the real behind the scenes of her brand, or a raw sit-down series where she opens up about the pressure, the success, and the burnout that came with building a billion-dollar empire before she even hit 25. That kind of honesty would hit fans deep and make people reconnect with her again. Because beneath all the glitz and glam, what made Kylie Cosmetics iconic wasn't just the products, it was the story, the ambition, the hustle. If she taps back into that realness and shows the world who she is now, not just who she used to be, she could easily spark a whole new wave. The Kylie comeback could be closer than anyone thinks. All it takes is one bold move to remind everyone why she's still that girl. And maybe that's exactly what fans are waiting for. A real Kylie moment again. Not the polished photo shoots or the picture-perfect ads, but the unfiltered truth behind the glam. Imagine her sitting down, talking about what it actually felt like to grow up in the spotlight, to juggle fame, family, and business, all while the world watched her every move. That kind of vulnerability could flip her entire image, from unreachable icon to relatable boss woman. The truth is, people still want to root for Kylie. She built something legendary, and even if the brand's hype has cooled off, the story isn't over. The world loves a comeback, especially from someone who's already made history once before. If she gives fans something that feels personal, meaningful, and new, not recycled nostalgia, she could reignite the obsession that made her brand explode in the first place. The next chapter of Kylie Cosmetics doesn't need to look like the old one, it just needs to feel real. Because when Kylie shows up as her authentic self, people listen, people buy, and people talk. Maybe the next viral moment isn't about glitter glosses or perfect swatches. Maybe it's about seeing Kylie's evolution in real time. That's the kind of story that could make the world fall for her all over again. So, whether you think Kylie's reign is over or just getting started again, one thing's for sure. She's still one of the most talked about names in beauty and pop culture. The industry's changed, trends have shifted, and the competition's tougher than ever. But if there's one person who knows how to make a comeback, it's Kylie Jenner. All eyes are on her next move. Will she play it safe or drop something that completely shakes up the game again? Whatever happens, fans are ready to watch it unfold in real time. The drama, the reinvention, the evolution, that's what keeps everyone hooked. Because when Kylie makes a move, it's never small. It's always headline-worthy. And let's be honest, the beauty world just wouldn't be the same without her. Whether it's a new drop, a viral moment, or a total rebrand, we'll be right here breaking it all down as it happens. New scandals, fresh updates, and every twist in the story, we've got you covered. Don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment below to tell us what you think about Kylie's next chapter. And of course, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on the next big celebrity shakeup. We'll catch you in the next one.